We're cruising up to the back of Fred. Hopefully we can get the job done. We've even got a purple sector there. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're back with some more Gran Turismo Sport, some more sport mode. This week we're taking on Group 2's Dragon's Trail Seaside, probably the most used circuit in GT Sport. And yeah, so first race here, so let's see how we get on. Right, okay, first race then. We're starting off in 11th, which is quite high up for me, actually. But let's see what we can do here. Just straight away, trying to keep on the back of Maurizio, right in front of us, as we lead down to turn 1. We're looking for any opportunity, any mistakes that anybody makes, but everybody seems to get through there okay in front of us, so we just stay as we are. Maurizio going quite defensive there. I don't quite know why, because I was nowhere near close enough for a move. And they start fighting with each other straight away, and somebody's got a penalty already, so I try for the outside here. It's not working. So I just tuck back in behind. So I try for the inside down here. And he brakes a lot later than me. He's probably on the soft tyres though. I'm only on the mediums, so he's able to brake a lot later. And despite everybody saying that they're quite sick of this race, I quite enjoyed this, actually. So we go for another move. I don't know, that was kind of defending, but not. I don't know. It seemed a bit odd, but we're still going, so it's all fine. Right, we're in the slipstream here, so we're going to be on the outside for turn 1. Which is probably not going to be good. Yeah, he's braking a lot later than we can. There's a sea of cars in front of us, and that fella loses it. So we gain a position there up to 10th place. But we can see all the way up to 6th at this point. Like I say, I'm just looking for any opportunities I can take. Not trying to take too many risks. And he drops back behind me. I don't know why, because if he's on the softs, he could have outbroke me, probably. So, yeah, up to 9th now. It's all going really well. We're still keeping up with this pack in front of us. Guy there that's dead, gone through death chicane and got bit by it, obviously. So now we're into 7th, which is really good to say we're on these medium tyres, and a lot of these guys will be on the softs. I was trying to stay in his slipstream, but he moved over to the other side to stop me from getting it, so unfortunately, I'm going to drop back down to 8th here. Like I say, at this point, I'm just trying to pick up anything I can. Astrum in front of us got a 2-second penalty, so we're going to definitely gain a position there. And we've also gained another. So, yeah, we're pretty much on our own at this point in 6th position. So now we've got IDK behind us. Like I say, he's probably on the softer tyres, so that's probably why he's caught us quite quickly. And he's going to go for the inside, and I'm not really going to block him, to be honest. Because I don't see the point. Not when I know he's got the tyre advantage. Another yellow flag. Somebody there off. Red Dead Decks. But we're not going to get past him. Oh, we do. He brakes for some reason. I don't quite understand that. Unless he was about to quit. Maybe he's annoyed. I don't know. Right, so we're coming in for our stop now. Onto the soft tyres. No fuel, obviously. We're going to be quite low down when we come out. Yeah, we come out in 14th position. Yeah, let's see what we can do from here. Right, so yellow flag here. Kev there off at the side of the road. So we grab the position there and we're cruising up to the back of Grummel here. He's either on older soft tyres or he's already changed to the mediums. Whichever way, we have an advantage here and we're breezing up to the back of him. Not a problem at all. I should be able to outbrake him. There we go. There's a group of guys going into the pits. 3 of them there. So that's another 3 positions gained, I think. Is it? Oh, no, not quite. We're up to 7th anyway, and we're on the back of IDK again. Which now we have the tyre advantage. He'll be on the mediums now. We have so much grip that I'm just able to cruise up the side of him and have the inside line round here. A few more guys in the pit lanes. Can we grab a few positions? Looking like it. We're in 4th place now. We're cruising up to the back of Fred. Hopefully we can get the job done. We've even got a purple sector there. I'm not sure if I nudged him very slightly. But he still kept going, so all is good. Right, so we've almost caught Maurizio. Almost, but the soft tyres are starting to go off a little bit now. You can see I run a little bit wide there. Not really what I wanted to do. I'm just trying to stay in his slipstream and see what happens, really. I mean, at this point, if I finish where I am, I'll be more than happy. It's a good result. I just clipped the wall there, which obviously slows me down a bit. Right, so in the last part of the race here, last few corners, I've still not caught Maurizio, so that's not happening. And I've just been trying to keep Astrum behind me, who was catching me, but he made a mistake just before Death Chicane, as people like to call it. So around the last corner, we're going to get a 3rd place here. Fighting with the car a little bit. The tyres are quite poor. And there we go, across the line for a nice 3rd place. Right then, second race, starting in 16th place, a bit lower down this time. We're right on the cusp of being an A-rated driver again, which has been a long time since I have. I've got traction control on because I knew I was going to start on the last corner, but it didn't really help. I still went sideways, and because of that, I've got TX Harley straight on the back of me here and straight past. Few people off here, and I managed to look into 14th place, which is amazing. Yeah, so the drives in this race are starting to get a little bit better than the previous one, I think. So another guy sideways, so that's another position gained. 13th place, halfway round the first lap is quite good. And Mr. Sean here, we're right on the back of him, which is surprising. Because I think he's on the softer tyres and he's got a 1 second penalty. But he's not going to take it on this lap. It's going to be the following lap. I try for a move down the outside. Now this doesn't come off very often, so, and I get shoved a little bit by the Greek guy behind me. But still managed to keep going, so it's all good. And they're both on a penalty. I don't know if he got that penalty from shoving into me, possibly. I don't know. But we carry on anyway. You know, 14th place. That's pretty decent to say what tyres are on. And slow guy there on the left. So we're past him. Back up to 13th. We're definitely in the slipstream here. But like I say, these two guys have got a penalty, so I'm not urgently wanting to get past them, because I know I'm going to get them when they take the penalties. So I just left it down the outside, let them get into the corner first. Knowing that when we come round this corner, they're going to slow right down and I'm just going to go past. And there we go. Straight past them all. And there Kevin goes sideways right in front of us, so we pick up another position. That's 10th. The guy in front of us has got a 2-second penalty, so that's good. There he is taking his penalty straight past into 9th, which is really good. Right into the pits then for our pit stop, onto the soft tyres, no fuel. And we'll see where we come out. There's quite a few people coming at the same time as us. Where do we come out? 15th? Maybe even 16th? Maybe? Yeah. Just got to be careful when you first come out of the pits, because the tyres will be cold. But we're right on the back of Fran here. So let's see what we can do. We're straight up the inside. We have the tyre advantage anyway. So that's it. We're up to 15th. There'll be a lot of guys at this point that haven't actually pitted yet. So we're all good at the minute. Through Death Chicane, straight on the back of Riobelli, is that? Rioboli? I'm not sure. I'm not very good at pronouncing names. I think he just let us past. I don't know if he was pitting. Yeah, he was pitting. That's why. We're definitely faster than Box ST, so we're straight onto the back of him. There's a few people in the pits, so we might gain a little bit out of that. Box ST's going in the pits anyway. Where are we up to? 9th position now. On the back of Aki as well. Aki? And he's just come out the pits. So his tyres are going to be a little bit cold maybe. And also he'll be on the mediums, I think. And he's going for the move. And so I take advantage of that situation. And slide straight into 8th. And he's definitely on the mediums at this point. And I just feel maybe I can outbrake him. I do manage to outbrake him, but then he gets the run on me. But I'm hoping I can outbrake him into turn 1. But he's still there. It's a nice little battle, this. Which at the end of the day, that's what racing's all about, isn't it? It's not about winning constantly. Well, it's not for me anyway. You know, I enjoy fighting with people, having a good race. I think that's why I enjoyed this combo so much. It's because this circuit allows you to battle with people. You can see this tyre advantage that I've got. Every time we go through Death Chicane, I'm able to get the run on him. I try again. And I managed to make the move stick this time. But he's here again on the outside of me. I just try and brake a bit later this time. Get a bit sideways. There's a little bit of contact, but it's all fine. I am starting to lose a bit of grip at this point, though. So it's getting more difficult to keep up. There's yellow flags. Is somebody dead? Yes, they are. So up to 7th. Right, so back on the back of these two. That's a lot of backs. Sliding sideways a little bit. Right, just hoping I can ride in the slipstream and maybe Maybe get a move done on one of them on this final lap. I can see all the way up to third, so we're all together, pretty much. And Stoney loses it, so that hands 6th place to us. I'm starting to slide quite a lot now. And the last corner coming up, I'm just not quite close enough for a move. And Vince has got the slipstream of Aki in front of him, so I'm not going to catch either of them. But across the line in 6th place, not too bad. Right, on to the final race then that I'm doing this week. We've got a friend of ours in front of us called Tribe Racing. I've raced online with him in my lobby races that I do on a Friday evening. So we're off to the start. Hopefully in this race we can make it to A class again. We're at this point we're about 50 points away, so an half decent result here should see us back up to A class, which would be nice. So Tribe's going a bit wide, and there's another guy off there, so we're up to 14th. He's flashing his indicators at me. He'd already said hello to me in the pre-lobby. Another guy off. So we're up to 13th now. And I got that all sorts of wrong there. It wasn't a good entry into the chicane. But we're on the back of all these guys. And they're sliding all over the place. I think some of these could be on mediums like me. But Tribe gets a bit sideways and I managed to get past him. And then we're right on the back of Jockus. And I don't know, did I hit him? I don't think I did. And this is where it gets quite crazy. I get a bit of a bump from the guy behind, which helps me to get in the slipstream of the car in front. So we're up to 11th at this point, and things are going reasonably well. And look at the sea of cars behind us, and we come off the worst. But never mind. We're still going, you know, we didn't spin round. This is where it is very crazy, the amount of cars. The purple car just clips me there. And Jockus was on a penalty, so... And there's more and more cars off. It gets even more crazy. This was definitely the craziest race out of the three. But we're up to 13th now. Let's try and get back on, back up to Tribe Racing in front of us. And unfortunately, Tribe's got a 1 second penalty. There's a guy off there, so we're up to 12th. So right behind Ash the Bash. I don't think much to that name, to be honest. Kind of worries me. But sitting in the slipstream, you're seeing what we can pick up. And Tribe gets it wrong. He's sliding all over. But I decide... He's got a penalty anyway, so there's no point in rushing to overtake him. And then we're up to 11th. We're still right up behind Ash, and just trying to ride in the slipstream, which we gained a bit through Death Chicane there. So that's good. But I just decide I'll just stay behind him and just go in the slipstream. If I'd have gone for the move there, it wouldn't have ended well, I don't think, anyway. Me and Ash having our own little private battle here. Although potentially there could be people behind us that are on the softer tyre. I've gone on the outside there too many times to fall for it again. 90% of the time it doesn't work. We've got the slipstream. So we go for the move down the inside. Can we come out the corner ahead? Marginally ahead. But he drops in behind me. So he's going for the move down the inside. Get a little shove from the car behind El Poli. And somehow I get a penalty because he hit the back of me. I don't really understand that. But oh well. We'll resume our battle with Ash. I think that El Poli was on the soft tyres anyway. Looking the way he was able to break into there. Right, so into the pits we come. Ash is coming in at the same time. Soft tyres. Let's go. But we've still got that penalty to take, which will be when we come out the pits. Which is not ideal, but it is how it is. We come out in 17th. T-Rex going sideways there. Got on the grass. So that's a position gained, but he's probably going to gain it back when I take my penalty. That is painful. And I decide to just get out of his way and let him continue. There was no way I was going to defend that anyway, so there's no point in getting in other drivers' ways. But we're straight in the slipstream of T-Rex. I think he was on the medium tyres for sure. Because the way we went past him, it was so easy. Couple of guys in the pits here, which we should clear them quite easily. And we're up to 13th place. We're right with this little pack in front of us. Unfortunately, I outbrake myself slightly there and lose a little bit of time. More guys in the pit lane. But I don't think we'll gain anything there. They'll already be back on the circuit by the time we get there. But there is more people pitting in. We're on the back of El Poli. Somebody in the pits, so we go up to... Oh no, sorry, we're 13th. We get the jump on him up to 12th. But now the roles are reversed because El Poli's, I think he's on the mediums and I'm on the softs. In fact, I'm quite certain he is. I had no choice but to go for this move here. And just because I clipped him as we came round, he decided to give me a little shove back. So I just got out the power and just dropped back a little bit. It's getting a little bit congested again. Yellow flags. More yellow flags. And El Poli's giving him the slipstream, which doesn't help me. But we're still up with these guys, so it's not too bad. We've still got a few laps to go, so there's plenty of times for things to happen. And speaking of that, 2 cars off in front of us. So we're now in 11th. Now, can we get the move done here? I brake really late. I don't get both cars, but I do get one of them. I brake way too late then. Just trying to stay in the slipstream of RFC. And I'm just using the slipstream to stay in front of El Poli here. And he just doesn't have the grip to brake as late as I can, with him being on those medium tyres. And we're still in this battle. We can see up to 7th. So anything's possible at this point. I just took him behind him because there's no point in trying to go for a move here. And RFC hits the wall at Death Chicane, so we're up to 9th. So right on the back of Pedro here. I think he's on the medium tyres. Yellow flag. Is this going to be another position? Yes, it is. So we're up to 8th now. And we can see all the way up to 5th place. But at this point, the tyres are definitely past the best. I tried to brake as late as I dare, and it was a bit too late, I think. There's somebody off there. We're up to 7th. Death Chicane certainly claims a lot of victims. These two fighting right in front of me is really helping me to catch up. And can we get one last move done? And I lifted there to give him enough space so I didn't hit him off the circuit. We've got past him, but is it only momentarily? Ash is still behind us. Is it going to be a fight to the finish? No, Ash has dropped back. And there's somebody on a penalty here. I tried to sort of get up the side of Pedro, but it doesn't really work. But are we going to gain another position? Yes, we are. We're in 5th. That was an excellent race, that. Anyway, that concludes today's video. Many thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go. Click the little bell next to it to be notified next time I'm live streaming or when I upload new videos. If you like what I do, then please consider becoming a channel member. Helps out the channel massively and get some custom emotes to use while I'm live streaming. Take it easy, stay safe. I shall catch up with you soon. Bye for now.